The following is a production of Learfield Sports.
Unloads over the middle of the end zone. Caught. Ramos. Touchdown State. There is Dave slipping through a hole. Dave's inside the 5. Touchdown Wolfpack.
Go take what you want. Are you ready to hit the fun? Everything you got, man. Everything you got. You got to focus. You got to play with heart.
He's going to throw it long down the left sideline. Burris intercepts for State.
How about that Wolfpack?
The Dave Doeren Show is presented by North Carolina's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, proud to sponsor Wolfpack Athletics, and by Coke Zero, real Coke taste, 0 calories.
Jalen Samuel scored 3 touchdowns. Matt Days had 2. Jacoby Brissett an efficient 21 of 23 through the air, and it all added up to an NC State victory over Troy Saturday night at Carter Finley Stadium. 49-21 was the final, and we're here to recap it on the Dave Doeren Show with the head coach of the Pack. I'm Tony Haynes, and we welcome you to the show this week. By any measure, Coach, a successful debut for your football team. Having said that, are your guys going to get a little value out of watching the tape of this game?
Oh, it's great film. And a lot of people were involved in the game. I didn't count it up, but everyone that we could possibly play pretty much got in. And it's a lot of improvement that we need to see, and we will. And I think it'll be really valuable film for a lot of guys.
Coming up on the show, more analysis from Coach Doeren. Also this week, you're going to have a special feature on the power sound of the South. Plus, Mark Thomas gets coached up by a former teammate, Clayton White. Stay with us. It's a lot to get to. This is the Dave Doeren Show. Back after this.
The cost of everything has gone up dramatically over the last 75 years. With one exception, keeping electricity affordable. That's the power of your co-op membership. Learn more at togetherwesave.com.
North Carolina's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, looking out for you.
The Ford Free Ride is on. 0% financing for 72 months for qualified buyers. You're free from interest. Every 2015 car, SUV, and truck, you're free to choose. Plus $1,000 bonus cash from Ford on cars and SUVs. Interest-free financing on every 2015 Ford. Plus $1,000 bonus cash on cars and SUVs. Just announce. Get an F-150 with 0 for 72 or get up to $9,235 in total savings. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
We could show you impressive images of the technology we employ with dramatic success at Rex Cancer Center, or footage of our team of cancer specialists and the many examples why people choose Rex for excellence in healthcare. But the images that inspire us most are ones like this.
It's a brand new day. The sun is shining.
Rex UNC Cancer Care, chosen for excellence.
You guys are ready to play, man. I can't wait to watch you. Just do what you're coached, do what you're trained to do. Go fly around, be freaking hungry, eager to play the game we love, doing it for each other, for our family, all night long, man.
Back with Coach Dave Doeren. I'm Tony Haynes. NC State knocking off Troy in the season opener Saturday night at Carter Finley, 49-21. Coach, I'm going to go out on a limb and predict that Jacoby Brissett is going to lead the nation in completion percentage after one game in the college football season. An incredible 21-23. And we turned the clock back 12 months ago, and it's easy to forget that Jacoby Brissett had not played football for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Now you look at his performance on Saturday night. He has a season under his belt. Has the game really slowed down for him now?
There were times where you could see him going through his progression and things weren't there, and he'd come left to right or right to left and find his fourth or fifth guy. He didn't do that last year, you know, and not that he couldn't, but he just took off, you know, and it was good to see him go through the steps and trust his protection, and obviously the O-line gave him time. But I really thought our wideouts, running backs, tight ends caught the ball well too. You know, there was a lot of balls that had tight coverage where those guys came down with it.
6 for 6 in the red zone. NC State did a great job inside the 20-yard line scoring touchdowns. And take us through what Matt Canada tries to do as he attempts to utilize all his weapons down in that condensed area of the field.
Well, you know, you can't stretch people vertically down there, so he does a really nice job of still making people defend our perimeter. And, you know, whether it's a jump ball or a jet, you know, with Jalen or one of our receivers that motions, and then the ability to get north and south with the run game. And I think he just really stretches the defense sideways.
I think Troy will probably score some points this year. A pretty good team, a nice quarterback, and some good running backs. They had 305 total yards in this game, but 157 of those yards came on 4 plays.
Yeah,
talk a little about what happened with those explosive plays.
Well, we gave up 4, and you know, one of them was a great throw and catch, and but you know, I'm disappointed that we were even in that position. You know, I'd like to be more on top of the guy, but he completed 70% of his balls a year ago. Holmes, the receiver, 18, that made most of their big plays in the pass game, was top 5 in the country in yards per catch last year, and both their backs are good players, but taking that out of the equation, we're going to see good players every week, and we can't give up big plays. You know, I mean, you misfit a run and went 57 yards for a touchdown. That can't happen.
Coach, I watched a lot of college football this weekend before NC State's game on Saturday night, and what I saw was a steady diet of penalties, turnovers, missed tackles, cramps in a lot of games on hot days. How proud are you that your football team seemed to kind of buck that trend?
Well, we take pride in being well conditioned, and our strength staff, and our training staff, and our nutrition staff work well together. And I think that's the biggest thing, is sometimes you have disjointed groups where they don't function well together, from the training room to the weight room. And you know, that was a big point of emphasis here a couple years ago to get it right, and we have. And Jason and Thunder and the strength guys and Justin, and I mean, everybody works really well together, and the players have bought into the preparation it takes with their bodies.
NC State now 1-0 following a 49-21 victory over Troy.
Take a shower, please. Get in the cold tub. Everyone makes championship decisions, man. Championship decisions. You hear what I said, right?
Yes, sir.
Eastern Kentucky's next week, same time, same place.
It's just a testament to what we did as a team, and I thought like a lot of players helped me out and stepped up and made some big plays. And, you know, our offensive line did a great job of giving me time to, you know, decipher on which side I wanted to go to and work things like that. And, you know, I mean, everybody just played hard and caught the ball, and, you know, I mean, that's all I can ask for.
Here in the 4th, here's Brissett rolling. He'll throw end zone. Ball is caught for a touchdown.
I just wanted to start off fast. You know, my goal for this year is at least score 2 touchdowns a game. So I just wanted to come out and just execute and run the plays that Coach Canada called. One of our goals for coming into this game for offense was no penalties, you know, ball security. So I think we did that pretty good, and we had a lot of efficient plays. You know, we all worked as a team. You know, we got a lot of ball carriers that can make plays. So for us to have that many ball carriers, I think it's going to be tough for defense to stop us.
Samuels in motion, takes the handoff, running, sweeping left, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, State.
This red zone play here where we've got Jalen Samuels coming on what we call a jet, and Jacoby can read the defense here and choose whether he wants to hand Jalen the ball with Benson arcing out to block for him. And if the defense commits to the jet, then Jacoby can hand it to the back, which is Matt Days here. So we're running a zone play to our right and a jet with an arc to our left. And so as you watch the play, you'll see we start the motion here with Jalen, and the defense doesn't move. So we know we've got him out leveraged over there, and Jacoby does a good job of reading that, hands it to Jalen, and then you can see Benson does a really nice job chipping, ripping through his right arm through the outside player and giving Jalen a chance, and Jalen finishes the run. It's a good design by Coach Canada and well executed by the offensive guys.
Former NC State quarterback Phillip Rivers still owns the school record for passing efficiency with a rating of 144.16. But did you know the second best efficiency rating ever posted by a Wolfpack quarterback was set by Jacoby Brissett last season? Brissett's mark of 136.70 allowed him to move in front of Russell Wilson, who now ranks third on that list.
What are people going to think of our new buttermilk crispy chicken? Let's find out.
It's probably the best sandwich I've ever had.
It's super crispy, but it's also really juicy.
So would you guys come back? Yeah, definitely. Well, here's our card. The location is on the back. It's McDonald's? What? What?
Oh, get out
No way.
Wait, seriously?
Try some buttermilk crispy chicken. It's right around the corner at McDonald's. Buttermilk.
At 36, Jo was concerned about having her first child. A specialist saw something on an ultrasound and recommended a difficult choice. Jo came to Rex for a second opinion. She was evaluated and reassured at the UNC Specialty Women's Center at Rex. Not long after, Levi was born.
It's a brand new day.
It's our favorite kind of story.
Sun is shining.
One with a happy beginning. Rex Healthcare.
The best part about being a member of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative is that it's your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Learn more about the power of your co-op membership at togetherwesave.com.
North Carolina's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, looking out for you.
Thanks for sticking around. You've got the Dave Doeren Show with Wolfpack head coach Dave Doeren. I'm Tony Haynes. Well, Carter Finley Stadium, as usual on Saturday night, was electric. Yeah. The atmosphere was outstanding. And one of the things that you have the unique opportunity to do, Coach Doeren, you're one of the few, you and your football team have a chance to run through the tunnel, run through the marching band at the beginning of your game or right before the football game. So describe for us, the folks who don't get a chance to do that, what's the adrenaline rush like?
It's intense. I mean, it really is. It's when you hear the smoke valves turn on, it's kind of a screeching hiss, and you start to see it come out. You walk through it, and you feel it on your skin, and then you see all the fans hanging over the railing, and you can feel the guys behind you, you know. And I kind of turn around, and I get to see them all coming through the mist. So for me, it's pretty surreal, but. It's fun, and especially the first time of the year, because you get so many guys that haven't really done it or haven't done it where they knew they were going to play, and so there's some big eyes, and you know, the fireworks go off, and it's a great moment.
Well, Coach Doeren and his football team, they make quite a commitment to preparation each week before a football game, but guess what? Marching band does the same thing. Yeah. It's the power sound of the South.
There was a study done at Purdue University years ago. It was a side-by-side comparison of what a football player goes through physically during a game and a marching band member. And it was actually kind of scary to see the similarities in terms of actual physical rigor and output of what's expected. Granted, the football player does it over a more prolonged period of time, but it's just that there is that kind of physical. I mean, we're out here sweating just like the guys on the team are. 8 days before classes start, we're in here doing 3-a-day practices. We're out here in the morning until 11, 12 o'clock. We're inside practicing for another 3-4 hours in the middle of the day. And then we're back out here at night for another 4 hours. For us, our 4th day of band camp, we're all together for our 2nd full day. We have our first public performance. 2nd day we have another one, 3rd day we have another one, 4th day we have another one. So we're performing in public 4 times in the second half of the amount of time that we've started coming in.
We practice 3 days a week from 3:30 to 5:30. And then the game day obviously is a good 12-hour day. We have various staff meetings throughout the summer, and the main staff gets together with Dr. Garcia, and he actually meets with the students as well, and we get their input. And we go with the hottest trends, what's happening as far as the stand music tunes. But the show ideas, we collaborate with the students and the staff and select our shows that way.
At least for the last 3 years now that I can think of, every show idea has been a student show idea. I mean, the first show this year is The Sound of Music. That was a student idea. The second major show that we're going to do this year is Jurassic Park and Star Wars. It's a reboot year. That was a student idea. And for the 31st, we may plan a little Halloween trick-or-treat for the fans, and that was a student idea. So we try and make it as student-generated as possible. We do our drum major selection in April. So that's actually the first thing we do getting ready for the next season is I'm doing section leader interviews, drum major interviews, rank leader interviews. So we go through the interview process. We select our student leadership, so that happens by mid-April.
I started off actually back in 7th grade, and it's just always something I've loved. I love the athletic part of it, getting a little bit of exercise, meeting people, meeting new friends, and playing music. And then to get the response from the crowd that we do, it's just so rewarding. My high school band was a total of about 75 members that year, my senior year, and freshman year at state with 320, and running on for pregame was just incredible.
You're running out there, trying not to slip, and then you see 60,000 people in such a huge stadium, and it's just surreal. Definitely worth it, every bit of it.
We're behind the players. They're out there sweating, working hard. We're out here sweating, working hard. So on a game day, they've got to know that we've put in our blood and sweat and tears and the time that we've needed to prepare so that we can support them at the highest level possible. And they've got to know that we do it because we know that they're out there doing the same thing for us. We know that they're out there sweating and busting their tails, during the hottest part of the year, so that way they can go out and tear it up and represent the Wolfpack in the best way possible.
This week's Coached Up is, well, unique in that it's not only a friend, a former teammate, Clayton White, and I guess to a certain degree, we were enemies?
We were enemies. We was in the same conference for 2 years.
Yeah.
I think we won both times, but I got the upper hand of that.
I know you did, but, well, first of all, y'all cheated in one game. This is your 3rd year doing this.
Yep.
Your first year was what, man-to-man?
We did man-to-man first year. And last year we did breaking and driving downhill, stepping in front of the catch.
Is it to your advantage to have a specimen like me?
Yeah, I mean, you're very coachable. You make it very easy to come out here and teach, and you learn very easy.
I'm a big guy.
You're a big guy, so it's definitely an advantage having you out here.
I'll tell you what, the first hybrid nickel backer, you were ahead of your time. I tell people this all the time. You were a safety linebacker. You could tackle like a linebacker, but you could cover.
I give all the credit to the coaches. They saw it first, so we got to give the credit to them. You know what I mean? So I do.
Your God-given talent, and the fact that you came out of Irwin to be.
I came out of Dunn.
Dunn. I got that right.
Here we go, Mark. As a defensive back, always we have to work on being aggressive, playing backwards. So here, the first drill I'm going to give you is called a 180 turn. All right. So you're going to have your right foot on the line. Right foot on the line. You're going to work on your back pedal. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to walk back, and just so I can show you here. As you're walking back, we always talk about a plant foot and a point foot, all right, or lead foot. So here you're going to take your right foot, you're going to plant it in that direction, all right, turn it, boom, and you're going to open up and turn and run that way.
Okay.
So just so the goal is to get this foot turned that way so you can plant and drive that way.
Wow.
So it's here, you pedal, you turn that foot, and you go.
All right.
So it's all about playing aggressive backwards, all right? I'm watching your right foot. The key is for your right foot to turn towards the turf field.
Right, here we go.
You can open up whenever you're ready. Ready, set, go. That's it, good. Not bad. That's real good with the prep step. That's what we call it, prep step.
Yeah.
Turning that foot, open your hips up, turn and burn.
It feels like I don't want to turn it the whole way.
You do. The whole purpose is when you get in this position here, that you're able to explode and go that way. If the foot is like this, you can't really explode because you're leaving your foot that way.
All right, let me give it
one more time.
One more time.
Right foot. I'm watching your right foot.
Okay, here we go.
Ready, set, go. Bam. That's it. Good. Really good, man. Woo. It was real perfect. I used the lines for reference. So your foot went here. Your left foot went on the red line the first time you was over there. Good job, man.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. I still got a little something left in the tank.
That was pretty good, man.
All right, so what do we got next?
Next, we just call it angle pedal. Our safeties at times always have to back pedal backwards, but they can never always turn and run like that. So they have to back pedal at angles at times. So here they go. You can just work on a deep pedal, working at an angle instead of going straight back.
Okay.
It's just a regular angle pedal. So you start here with your left foot on the red line, facing me, right foot back. You're gonna push off the left. It's not a shuffle, it's a pedal, 45 degrees. Ready, set, go, boom. That's it, good. Stop right there, perfect. So now what you've done, you gain some ground laterally and back.
Right.
Now you can play both ways.
What coverage am I typically doing this in?
That's cover 2.
Cover 2, okay.
And the other one is man-to-man, cover 4, all man type coverages.
Dude, I like this. Safety just hanging out there, getting some good footwork, and then what, close in, light somebody
and
up?
then close in, come downhill and light somebody up. And make
so
it
I'm gonna dig this way, and then.
All right, so you can dig that way. Now you're gonna back angle pedal to your left again.
Okay.
Off the right foot, plant your right foot now, boom, and come back downhill.
Come back downhill. All right, let me try to get one of those.
And with a guy your side, you still wanna kind of slightly turn that toe open a little bit and just come downhill.
Okay.
All on your movement, ready, say go. That's it, boom, drive downhill, that's good.
Wow.
All I'm watching your feet look good, man. Everything else, I don't know, but your feet look good.
What are people going to think of our new buttermilk crispy chicken? Let's find out.
It's probably the best sandwich I've ever had.
It's super crispy, but it's also really juicy.
So would you guys come back? Yeah, definitely. Well, here's our card. The location is on the back. It's McDonald's? What? What?
Oh, get out of
No way.
Wait, seriously?
Try some buttermilk crispy chicken. It's right around the corner at McDonald's. Buttermilk.
Ford Free Ride is on. Now every Ford truck has 0% financing for 72 months for qualified buyers. Free from interest for 6 years and free to choose. F-150, Super Duty, every built Ford tough truck. 0% financing for 72 months on Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck. Drive an F-150 with 0 for 72 months or up to $9,235 in total savings. The free ride is going on now only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
We could show you impressive images of the technology we employ with dramatic success at Rex Cancer Center, or footage of our team of cancer specialists and the many examples why people choose Rex for excellence in healthcare. But the images that inspire us most are ones like this.
It's a brand new day. The sun is shining.
Rex UNC Cancer Care, chosen for excellence.
Next Saturday night, NC State returns to Carter Finley Stadium, this time to take on Eastern Kentucky. 6 p.m. will be the kickoff time. Airtime on the Wolfpack Sports Network is 4 o'clock. And don't forget to join us Wednesday night for the Dave Doeren Radio Show, live from the Backyard Bistro in Raleigh, and it airs statewide on the Wolfpack Sports Network.
The Week 2 scouting report for the NC State Wolfpack. The Eastern Kentucky Colonels are coming to Carter Finley Stadium. Colonels, you know, that reminds me of fried chicken for some reason. What we're going to learn about this team is, yes, they're an FCS opponent, one of the better teams in that lower level, but it's odd because they don't use FCS players. We'll tell you why here in a minute, because when we're talking about this team and this offense and this defense, this is essentially the land of misfit toys.
We're all misfits too.
These are a bunch of guys that played at the FBS level, and for whatever reason, either they got kicked off or they transferred. They're now on this team and starting to show their worth on the Eastern Kentucky Colonels. We'll start with the offense. On the offensive side of the ball, they're going to go 3 wide. We got a shotgun back here, a back to offset to the right. No fullback anywhere. We'll throw in a tight end, but that's all right because their running back, Deshaun Mobley, transferred in from Kentucky a year ago, almost rushed for 1,500 yards, 21 touchdowns. He is the guy, probably the best back in the entire FCS level. This guy is the key. Number 7, look where he's going. They're going to give him the ball probably 30, 40 times. They're going to wing him out here wide, throw it to him. Obviously, they're going to run the run, read, dive option with the quarterback backside. Number 4, Benny Coney's going to be the quarterback. He transfers in from Cincinnati. Again, another guy moving in, trying to get his options up by throwing the ball downfield. They're going to throw a little more than they did last year, but this is the guy, Deshaun Mobley, we're going to focus on. On the defensive side of the ball, we got 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers, and the reason that we are going to leave this up here, even in a 3 wide, is because this Will Backer, he's like a flex backer. He's light, light in the britches, so he can move around a little bit, cover that slot guy if he needs to. They don't have to go nickel. But the 2 guys we're going to focus on, first of all, the Mike Backer. Actually, this guy started in the FCS. Really talented kid, Chris Kelly, number 47. He's their leading tackler from the season ago. You're going to have to put a body on him because he has a nose for the football. He can go sideline to sideline. Defensive end, number 9, Noah Spence. That name might ring a bell. He was all Big Ten for Ohio State. Got recruited here to NC State. Had some family that played and went here to NC State. Noah Spence, he's going to be playing on Sundays, so you got to know where number 9 is. And that is the Eastern Kentucky Colonels as they come in here to Carter Finley Stadium. Got that scouting report ready to go.
Another home game for NC State coming up on Saturday, as we mentioned, as Eastern Kentucky comes into Carter Finley Stadium. And you had a heck of a home field advantage this past Saturday night, didn't you, Coach?
I did. I just want to say thank you to all the Wolfpack fans and students that came early for the walk in the rain and didn't let the lightning or the rain impact you and stayed for 4 quarters. Our players and our coaches really, really appreciate it, and it helps our recruiting immensely.
Tyler Griffiths was on the mark with his long snaps in his first football game. A.J. Cole punted well. Kyle Bambar did a nice job with his extra points. Maples came in and gave you some booming kickoffs. Will you be less anxious about your specialists in game 2?
Well, we learned a lot about them. I think they showed their skill sets and their talent. It's what we think it's going to be, and we just need to get more and more pressure situations as we go. When you're winning, a lot of that stuff's easier, obviously. So, but they did a great job for their first game.
Eastern Kentucky bombing Valparaiso in their first game, 52-10 was the final. Would it be a little bit easier for your guys to respect this football team coming in after that?
Well, we respected Troy. Obviously putting up 52 points will get our defense's attention, and they have a defensive end that transferred from Ohio State. They have a running back that transferred from Florida, so they're going to be a talented crew.
Coach Doeren, thank you so much for watching this week, and we'll see you next Sunday following the game against Eastern Kentucky right here.
Ramos, touchdown State. There's Dave slipping through a hole. Dave's inside the 5. Touchdown Wolfpack.
Go take what you want. Are you ready to have some fun? Everything you got, man. Everything you got. You got to focus. You got to play with heart.
He's going to throw it long down the left sideline. Where's the interception for State?
How about that Wolfpack?
The Dave Doeren Show has been presented by North Carolina's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, proud to sponsor Wolfpack Athletics, and by Coke Zero, real Coke taste, 0 calories.